Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over the last year, the world has watched as the Chinese Communist Party has systematically destroyed the political freedoms that were guaranteed to the people of Hong Kong under the British-Sino Treaty. Hong Kongers are no longer allowed to exercise their rights of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, or the freedom to peacefully assemble. Many protesters in Hong Kong have been beaten in the streets. Others have been arrested and thrown in jail without due process. And last week, we learned Hong Kong pro-democracy activist Joshua Wong was sentenced to 13 months in jail for simply demanding the freedoms he was promised. Other activists like Agnes Chow and Yvonne Lam were sentenced to 10 months in jail as well. This is Chinese Communist Party showing its true colors as enemies of freedom and brutal oppressors of its own people. I've had the privilege to speak with Joshua Wong on several occasions, including last year when he testified before our committee. He's devoted to the Hong Kong people, to his people, and to democracy. The Chinese Communist Party, though, has jailed him for more than a year in what is an appalling injustice. It's no wonder the Director of National Intelligence recently wrote that the People's Republic of China poses the greatest threat to America today and the greatest threat to democracy and freedom worldwide since World War II. I couldn't agree more. That's why I was proud to chair the China Task Force earlier this year. And after months of classified and unclassified briefings, the China Task Force released a report with 82 key findings and more than 400 recommendations, many of which are focused on what steps we should take to help the people of Hong Kong, including providing support to Hong Kong refugees fleeing the Chinese Communist Party persecution, which this bill does. The Hong Kong Freedom and Choice Act serves as a reminder to the Chinese Communist Party that America stands with the people of Hong Kong and it will stand for freedom. So with that, I want to thank also the sponsor of this bill, a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Mr. Malinowski, for bringing this bill forward here today. And I urge my colleagues to join us in support of this important legislation, and I reserve the balance of my time.